I really like what everyone has shared about my sister, and every single word has been true for me also. Um, I have a couple of things that I wanted to share about my sister that I remember. You know, some memories when we're kids, we have a couple of maybe 2 or 3 experiences, memories when we're kids that perhaps is going to go with us to our last day here on earth. And one of the fondest memories that I have of my sister, and you know, this past few days I've been actually thinking about this, you know, that my sister, for some reason, I think that like she was born with the biggest spark of the divine in her. You know, because as you heard already, she must have been no older than maybe 8 years old, 9 years old, and she knew so much about God already. And the last few days I've been thinking about what did she learn it from? You know, I mean, I know my mom was always busy in the kitchen, you know, feeding 8 kids. My dad, him being a musician, he was gone quite a bit, you know, because he was always playing music, and that's how we grew up. You know, my dad supporting us through his music, playing music. He's a musician. So I've been thinking, what did my sister learn all this? Because one of the memories that I have is my sister. First time I ever learned anything about God was from my sister. And you know, my sister Gina said that my sister Lupe is 9 years older than her. Well, my sister Lupe is 4 years older than I am. So, you know, here she was, a young girl, like I said, you know, very young, and teaching me, my other sister Gabi. She's not here tonight, but she's 2 years younger than I am. And then Gina is 4 years younger than I am. So here's my sister Lupe teaching all 3 of us about God. You know, through my sister I learned about Adam and Eve. You know, and she was always so eloquent in the way that she also taught about the birds and the bees. You know, and I remember my sister Lupe getting my sister Gabi and my sister Gina, you know, ready for school. And then my brother, he's 2 years older than I am. So my brother and I, you know, for the most part, you know, we didn't need any help getting ready for school. You know, we're the boys, right? So we're okay. But my sister Lupe, I remember getting my 2 sisters ready for school, and then we'd be walking. She'd walk us to school, and then that's when she would take the opportunity to be teaching us other things. You know, how to conduct ourselves, how to treat others, and just etiquette. And again, you know, she was such a young girl. You know, where did she learn all this from? You know? And that's what I remember from early on about my sister. The other thing I remember is when she got a job in Mexico, in one of the factories that started to come to that small town where we lived. That was from the United States. You know, the factory was United States factory, but they located that factory in Mexico to build electronics. And my sister was working there. And I guess because, I don't know, maybe I was the youngest and her favorite, I don't know. But she would always show me around to her friends, you know, and this was a factory that hired nothing but women, you know, because they figured, you know, that the women had more patience with all those little, small little electronic details that go on building what they were making, you know, and so they wouldn't hire any guys because they were, I don't know, that's what I understood. But my sister would show me around to all her friends, and I was just a little kid, you know, and you know that always made me feel great, you know, that my sister would show me Another memory I have, the third one, is again, you know, my sister Gina is 4 years younger than I am. And in Mexico, it was a common practice to sleep outdoors, you know, and look at the sky, look at the moon, you know. And one night, my brother Luis and I and my sister Gabi were outdoors with my sister Lupe, you know, looking up to the sky. It was a beautiful night. And my sister Lupe was, you know, showing us the stars. And then she says, just look closely. Look up to the sky, look closely. And you're going to soon see a star shoot across the sky. And of course, you know, once again, if you gaze up to the sky at night with all the stars and all that, chances are there's going to be a shooting star, you know, flying by. But what happened is that my mom was in the hospital and she was giving birth to Gina. So as we waited there for the shining star to fly, my sister Lupe was telling us a story about how babies are born. In her own way, she was telling us about the stork bringing babies and so forth. So she said, pay attention, look up, don't look elsewhere, because when you see the star, that's the stork bringing your little sister, you know, which was Gina. And there we were, looking up to the sky, and like I said, you know, sooner or later you're going to see the shooting star. And then there goes the star, the shooting star, and then we all got excited, and we believed that that was stork bringing Gina home. And you know, the excitement that we felt, because we really, really believed that. And that was the belief in the innocence of having a true belief in your heart. And there's something possible, something like that could be possible, you know. And that's the memory that I always remember also, along with the others. And like, you know, people had said already, there's so many to come. Well, you know what? I gotta tell this other one. It's kind of just this one. You know, I just thought about it because I was sitting over there. One day when I was a teenager, this was a little bit later. When I was a teenager, I used to love to go to dances. That was back in my days when I was a teenager. Dances were big, you know. And I guess my sister was coming home from work. And I was all decked out, getting ready to go to this dance. And my sister got out of the car, and someone dropped her off. A friend of hers dropped her off, and she took a look at me and she says, where are you going? And I said, well, I'm going out. And then she says, oh my God, I mean, look at you. I mean, you look ridiculous. and I thought I looked all right. I thought I looked cool, you know. But thinking, you know, after a while, and I haven't never forgotten this, because I thought I looked real nice. But what I was wearing, and I don't know where I got this clothes from, but I was wearing some green checkered pants and a green overall, like a sweater type of shirt, okay, with stripes. So can you imagine green checkered pants and a green striped shirt? And my sister looked at me and she says, no, you're not going to go out like that. And that's the kind of thing that, you know, my sister, I heard already, and you heard already being said, there was nothing that she could not somehow in her own soothing way help you with. You know, something as small as that or huge as whatever it was that you were dealing with. You always had that loving, nurturing, soothing way of helping you with it. And I don't think I even have a memory of her being upset. I mean, I just never saw her upset. Maybe she didn't like something, but to get like upset over it, like we know, upset, again, thank you all for being here.